Good afternoon. Welcome in on a Monday, as today we are back on No Creek Farms, a large H mappings conversion, and today we are going to be using the Vicon Fast Baler, otherwise known as the Quick Bale, in the in-game mod hub, as we are going to be getting ready to make silage bales. Now, we have a ton of grassland that we can cut. We've also got a silage bunk that we will be utilizing today, and that is going to be the case, as we are going to get to doing this. But ever since last night, I started thinking about the Tigers, and we do things as certain bits. We do things as fans. We talk about certain things as people who does cover the team or talks about the team. The media has their way of doing things. There's a lot of different things that is going to be that happens. But with that, I need to know. I need an answer to a question. And I think many people are going to disagree with this take, and I'm fine with that. But I'm going to give you some hope, because I do think there is one man inside of this operation, this franchise, that can give you some hope in the coming months. Now listen, we still have got to wait a month, but I'm going to put this take out there early, because I believe it in my heart, and the thing is that there's nobody closer to it than me. This is my team. I've followed this team for my entire life, and I've been talking about this team really since high school, and I'm 27 now. The point being is that you do have hope. You have hope on two different levels. A is your team president / GM, aka Scott Harris. Now, again, this is where we have to wait a month to see as to what is Scott Harris going to give you. Now, let me be very, very clear. I do believe in the fact that the deadline is going to tell us a lot. I really do. So we'll see. But I truly believe in the fact that the deadline and the draft is going to give us, the fans, us as in the media, content creators, whatever it may be, a chance to see if Scott Harris is the guy that we all think he is. To me, and I'm sure this is going to turn into a bit for some people or a soundbite for some people. I'm cool with it. The point is that he needs to tap the resource. And what I mean by that, in specifically, is college bats. And I think, in a way, after this weekend's series that we just saw against the Arizona Diamondbacks, not only is it another team that is in front of you that started after you in a rebuild, but they are now ahead of you. And what I want to know is that, does it give you hope that at a 2-year max, that the Tigers could and just might, if it's done right, be back and give us our summers back to where, our summers can be fun again? Because as I said before, when you really think about it, this is a passionate town about, there is a passionate fan base for all four of the teams here. But does it give you, did this weekend series give you optimism, as that is going to be the security blanket? As far as, look, if this is done correctly, to where they draft well, to where they call up the kids, to where they do all of these certain things that, in an essence, maybe, just maybe, with an ounce of hope and pure fandom, in a way, that the Tigers could be back in 2 years. Or did it make you angry? Did it make you angry that you've made history out of your 120 years in franchise history? You have never started a month 0-9. And by the way, that's a real stat. Except this year. You've done that. So did the Diamondback series make you more angry, or did it give you an ounce of hope? Because I can make a case for both sides. But the truth is that this is really going to come down to Scott Harris. And I think without a doubt, I do think Scott Harris is your only hope. And I think if he gets after tapping the resources, as far as calling up the kids, as far as the fact of drafting college bats and development, I think it can be done easily. Now, as far as the anger side of it, Oh hell yeah, I'm livid after this weekend series. So I understand both sides, but I want to hear from you guys on it because I wonder where you're at with it. Because I think there is an extent of some fans out there, I don't really know a number, um, who are dwindling in hope, and in essence, um, and then there's other fans that are kind of on the fence. And what I mean by that is that, in specifically, is that they're kind of on both sides to where they're angry enough to understand that, look, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And that there may be, just may be, a light at the end of the tunnel if Scott Harris is who we think he is. And if Chris Ilitch gives him a budget to spend on. If, he can trade Alex Lang, or if, he can pull off, I don't really want to say a heist, but I want to say, not a heist, but a heist of another team. I mean, just working them over the coals. If Scott Harris is who we think he is, then guys, that's the case. But I think at a maximum, I think you're 2 years away. And I think Scott is your secret weapon slash hope. I would even say, let me even ask you guys this. Besides Scott Harris, who's another name that you could look at on this team for hope? Because my thing is that if you actually get some young bats in this lineup that are major league level players, and to an extent, you get the pitching back to, middle of the pack in the MLB, guys, I could see this team competing. And not only that, but the division's trash. And that I think that's another factor. If we can swindle one of these teams, then look, man, I highly, highly believe that it can happen. And I highly believe, Jesus, I very much believe in Scott Harris. And as far as some other names to look at, could you say Chris Fetter? Could you say AJ Hinch? Who could you legitimately say gives you hope for the future besides Scott Harris? If there even is one. Because I do think, to an extent, I truly believe Chris Fetter could be made. The argument could be made for Chris Fetter. I know for some people it could be AJ Hinch as well. And as far as the other thing that I wanted to address in this video, look, very, very simply, I don't know what you're going to do with Harvey, as we call him here on the channel. But no, I don't know what you're going to do with Javi. But if Javi keeps taking these goofy swings, these goofy swings, then I got to be honest with you, I don't want to see Javi batting above sixth in the lineup. You know, we all had a little bit of juice when he got benched. And then he came on for about a week until he took the serum and became Harvey again. You know, but if you're not going to bench him, and we are not, and we're going to continue to send the wrong message, then look, you know, at some point, he's got to go down in the order, because him, Cabrera, and Torkelson are 3 free outs to other teams. And the other thing being is that what are you going to do? Oh, the Matt Vierling experience? The Baду experience? At some point, my entire point being is that if you're not going to send Torkelson down, and we're going to keep doing this Miggy farewell tour thing, and let me be very clear, I'm grateful for the things Miggy did as a Tiger. But the fact of the matter is, we didn't win a World Series. So get him off the books. And you're not going to move Javi down and continue to send the wrong message. At some point, I would like to see this team get back to having a standard and absolutely pounding into whether it's the kids or whether it's the guys on this roster's heads in of the standard that it is to be a Detroit Tiger. And I will go back to Scotty Harris's comment. We are going to command the strike zone. And if I see another one of these goofy hits or at-bats from Scott Harris, wow, excuse me, from Javi Baez or Harvey Baez, then look, I can't sit here and tell you how, I don't understand how Scott Harris has not intervened yet. And I do think Scott Harris should have some power and some say into what happens under his tenure. Period. But I want to know, you know, did the series versus the Diamondbacks make you angry? Or did it make you more optimistic? That, look, we're a month away from the draft. We're a month away from the trade deadline. And look, we're going to find out what Scotty is about. And the other thing is that in a 120-year history of this franchise, you've never started a month 0-9. And after tonight, it's looking like 0-10. So it's going to get real ugly. The entire point being is that, is this just going to make you more angry? Or is it the fact of, look, if this is done right, that look, maybe in, maybe next year, which I hate saying, but maybe next year, we're gonna compete for this division and go from there. And as far as that goes, Friday, Corbin Carroll, 4 at-bats, 2 bombs in Comerica Park. And 122 plate appearances, 1 home run for Spencer Torkelson. And I cannot understand the fact of not sending him down. I can't. Because I do think his confidence is shattered. And as far as Harvey, aka Javi, goes, we can move him, up and down in the lineup. That's cool. Well, how about he goes to the bench? Swinging at balls in the dirt. Just really not giving an F at all. Like, I can't defend this guy. And neither should you. He should be. He should be batting no higher than 6th. Period. And that's really what it's going to come down to. Point blank. Looky there. Look at all the giant marshmallows. Okay then, so I didn't think bringing up everything I was going to bring up in this video was going to get us to the end, but hey, good. I dig it. So let's see how many that is. 38. Wow. 38 off of this field. And we still got fields every which way heading out there. Jeez. So, can we make it to 100? We're going to have to find out. Appreciate yous. Catch you in the next one. Laters.